Good evening and welcome to Shanapoo News. Today we pause to honor, reflect, and remember a living legacy, a legend whose voice helped shape history, a man who courage opened doors for generations, and who fight and fought for justice never wavered. We are remembering Reverend Jesse Jackson, a civil rights leader, a preacher, an activist, a presidential candidate, and above all, a man who dedicated his life to the people. For decades, Reverend Jackson stood on the front line of the struggle for equality. His presence could be felt in the moments of pain, in the moments of hope, in moments that forever changed the course of America. Reverend Jesse Jackson was born on October 8, 1941, in Greenville, South Carolina, during a time when segregation still defined the lives of Black Americans. From an early age, he saw injustice up close. He saw the inequality, he felt the limitations, and instead of accepting them, he chose to challenge them. He attended college, became involved in the civil rights work, and soon found himself working alongside one of the greatest leaders of our time, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. That partnership would help shape his purpose. Jackson became a key figure in the civil rights movement. He organized and he spoke and he stood with Dr. King in the fight for dignity, voting rights, and equal opportunities. And on that tragic day in 1968, when Dr. King was assassinated in Memphis, Jesse Jackson was there. That moment will stay with him for the rest of his life, and it strengthened his commitment to continue the mission. In the years that followed, Reverend Jackson did fade into the background. He stepped forward and he found organizations focused on economy empowerment and social justice. He helped create paths for Black businesses. He fought for better education. He advocated for the poor, the forgotten, and overlooked. His voice became one of the most powerful in America. He spoke truth to the power. He challenged himself. He challenged the system. He called it for the unity. And he reminded people that change only comes when people stand together.
Here we go. I am somebody. I am somebody. I may be poor, but I am somebody. I may be young, but I am somebody. I may be on welfare, but I am somebody. I may be small, but I am somebody. I may make a mistake, but I am somebody. My clothes are different. My face is different. My hair is different. But I am somebody. I am black, brown, white. I speak a different language, but I must be respected, protected, never rejected. I am God's child. I am somebody. Give yourself a big hand.
In 1984, Jesse Jackson made history. He ran for president of the United States. At a time when many believed it was impossible, he built a movement. He brought together people from all races, backgrounds, and communities. And then again in 1988, he ran for president once more. That campaign inspired millions. He showed that leadership could come from voices that had long been ignored. It proved that representation matters. His run for president helped pave the way for future generations to believe that anything was possible. I'm going to show the next clip of the memorable moment.
Another Illinoisan who had that burden.
Reverend Jesse Jackson, by
Lincoln.
the way, there.
Well, I was thinking of Lincoln, not Jackson.
No, I'm sorry. I'm showing viewers the picture.
Oh, okay.
I was not adding in. Yes,
But,
we have a picture there of Reverend.
And that was a moment that was very emotional. History made in 2008 when Barack Obama was elected as the first Black president of the United States. Cameras captured Reverend Jesse Jackson standing in the crowd, tears streaming down his face. Those tears told a story. They carried the weight of the marches, the beats, the sacrifice, the hope, and the dream. In that moment, the world saw what it meant to witness something you fought for your entire life finally come to pass. It was a moment of pride, a moment of healing, a moment that showed how far the journey had become. And we honor him on today. And I thank you all for tuning in on today as we honor Reverend Jesse Jackson. Reverend Jackson never stopped fighting. He spoke against racism. He supported workers. He stood with families who lost loved ones in violence. He pushed for fairness in hiring and businesses. He marched for voting rights. He demanded equal treatment under the law. When communities was hurting, he showed up. When voices were silent, he spoke. When hope seemed lost, he reminded people to keep pushing forward. His message was always clear. Keep hope alive. And those three words became more than a slogan. They became a movement. Over the years, Reverend Jackson faced his own personal battles, health challenges, public criticism, and the heavy weight that comes with being a national leader. But through it all, he remained strong. He remained committed, and he remained focused on helping others. Even as time passes and passed by, his legacy only grew stronger. Reverend Jackson helped open doors that once seemed closed forever. Again, I thank you for tuning in on today as we honor Reverend Jesse Jackson. Young people believed they could lead. Communities found their voice and opportunities expand for people who had been shut out. His work helped inspire activists, educators, politicians, ministers, and everyday people to stand up and make a difference. He showed us that one person can change the course of history. When we look back over his life and legacy, we see more than just a man. We see a movement. We see decades of sacrifice. We see a life spent serving others. And we see the power of faith, courage, and determination. Reverend Jesse Jackson didn't just talk about the change. He lived it. He walked it. He fought for it. And he never stopped believing that tomorrow be better than today. We honor a man who stood tall in the face of injustice, a man who refused to stay silent, a man gave his life to the fight for equality, dignity, and hope. Reverend Jesse Jackson's voice will always echo in the story of America. His legacy lives on in every protest, every vote, every young leader who dares to dream bigger, and every person who refused to give up. Because of him, generations learn to stand up, speak out, and keep moving forward. As we remember his life and his work, we carry his message with us. Keep hope alive. Thank you for joining me for this special remembrance. I am your host, Shanapoo, and this has been a Shanapoo News breaking news of the passing of Reverend Jesse Jackson. God bless you all.